Hey guys, David from Deckstore. Been about a week since I did a video, so I thought it was time to catch up. 963 deck, 963-3325, that's 864 if you're outside of the upper South Carolina market. And today I am going to talk about cable rail. Pretty sweet stuff, becoming quite the trend. So basically a wood frame construction, or you can do metal, your various posts and rail cap, and then using stainless steel cables as an infill system. Instead of a vertical picket, you're going to put in a horizontal cable. And anybody that's been around Greenville enough has seen some applications around town where cable rail is used, sometimes in commercial buildings and some people's homes as well. So I'm just going to do a kind of a brief introduction for you on two different systems that we sell here and actually stock here at Deckstore. And this is stuff that you can ask your contractor to install for you. They can get it here. Or if you want to tackle it on the weekend and do it yourself, you can buy the materials here as well. And I'll be happy to spend some time with you to help you figure out what you need to get it done right the first time. So from a tool aspect, you need the same carpentry tools you would need to install any type of a railing. But beyond that, you got to have the ability to drill some pretty straight holes through things like 4x4s. Or if you're going to order a system that has everything ready to go in aluminum or something like that, I can help you with that as well. But so first I'm going to start out with this one. It's a Feeney cable rail system, and just opening the book up here. One of the cool things about their brochure is they have an instruction guide here that teaches you how to do it and where you should drill your holes and how often and all that kind of stuff. These are freebies, so if you want to stop in, I'll give you one. You can also go on our website and use the link to go to Feeney's website and look at that information on the website as well. But quick introduction is here's a cable kit. Okay, this is for a wood frame construction system, and these come in 5-foot increments. So it's going to come in a bag. It's going to look like this. They're going to have a 5-foot, a 10, a 15, a 20, so on and so forth, all the way up to 50 feet long. And most people don't have a straight run on their deck that's 50 feet, but they'll have two sides and a front. So say you got a 10 and a 20 and a 10 back to the house, 40 feet. You'd probably want to buy the 50-foot system just to make sure you have enough cable to go around it. And then we got to figure out how to do those corners. But you can strand cable all the way around that deck through all the three sides and go through the corners, so you don't have to actually buy 3 sets of kits. You can buy just 1 set of kits in order to do that. And what I was just showing you here, you'll notice there's a double post on the corner, and that's kind of how you achieve being able to pull that cable around the corner and strand the whole thing out. So what's pretty sweet about this stuff is there's really 3 integral parts to this system. You got a threaded terminal, that's what this guy is, and you drill a hole through the post and you put that through there, and you're going to install this washer and nut, just one washer and nut on the outside of that post. So the post is going to be right here. This is going to go through it, and then you're going to have your cable stranded, and you're going to pull it through all the other holes, through all your other posts that you got. And then at the very end, there's going to be a little fitting like this in the bag called the Quick Connect release fitting. And that guy just slips right onto the cable, okay? And once it goes on there like that, you just pull it real tight. And what's cool about these is they have a little lock inside, so you can't pull it back out, okay? Now, if you goof up, I got a tool that you stick in there to be able to make it release. But if you can see inside, there's these little jaws that sort of grab the cable and won't let it come back off. So once you've stranded this all through, installed these guys on the one end, you cut this off. We've got the cutters here. They're like a shears that you use. And on the other end, then you go back and you tighten this nut down until the system is real tight, and then you're going to cut this, the remaining amount of this threaded terminal off. And then we've got some little caps that you can put on to cover this hardware on the one side, and there's a cap that covers this hardware on the other. It gives you a really nice finish. If your rail is 36 inches tall, which is what residential rail is required to be, you need either 10 or 11 cables vertically, because you have to have about a 3-inch space in between. Now the rail code is openings can't be any more than 4, but because cable is flexible and it can move, you go 3 inches. That way, if somebody sticks their head through there or something like that, that it can spread out, but it won't spread out to the point where it'll go beyond 4, where somebody could get something stuck in there. So this one, the Feeney system, is great if you have access to all the outsides of your posts all the way around your deck. Now, if you got to attach to something where you can't get to the back side, say you got maybe a post up along the wall that you can't get to the back side of it, we keep a different system here, and this one's called Rail Easy. And let's see here, I got a booklet. It's out of this one here called Atlantis Rail. And I've got these two. These are freebies, and you can come by and get one. And in the Atlantis book, there are several different systems that they show. The first one I'll start with for now is the Rail Easy, which is what I was getting ready to show you. So these are a little different. This is a fitting here, so instead of the threaded terminal that I just showed you on the Feeney system, this one actually has a compression fitting. So you take this guy loose, you stick the cable in there, and you crank this down, and it tightens it up. And then you've got the ability to tighten the cable down right here. And what's cool about these is they screw into whatever your post is at the end, okay? And they also swivel. So if you're doing a staircase, you can use this part. If you got a 45-degree angle on your deck, you can use this part. It works for pretty much any of that stuff. On the other end of the cable, so that's the tensioner. On the other end of the cable, you got a part called the Swivel End. They come in a box like this, and the Swivel End looks real similar to the other one, except it doesn't have the tightening feature on it. Okay, so this is kind of the dummy end that goes on the other end. You put the cable in there, you crank this down and it holds it. You tighten it up from the other end. If you got a real long run, you can not use these and just use the threaded, these ones, the tensioners on both ends of the system to be able to tighten it from both sides. So then to get your cable, you buy a roll, and we sell the rolls in 25 feet, 100 feet, and 500 feet rolls. And you just cut the cable to the size you need and install it that way. So that's another really great system. In addition to that, we're selling some aluminum systems. So if you're not using wood, you can get into something like this, which is like a Feeney design rail system. Got a powder-coated aluminum top. This is like an intermediate picket that you get when your section's real wide. And then this is a 2-inch post that you can do in that system. Also, this one here is called the Nova, so it's just kind of the same concept, just a little beefier on the framing and black finish, but these also, you can get them in bronze. There's a whole slew of colors. If you're a Clemson fan, there's an orange in the design rail you can order. So lots of stuff to go with on cable rail. I keep a lot of this stuff in stock. We can special order the rest of it for you. And it's a great DIY project. It's a great system to show off to your neighbors. And give me a call if you have questions. It's David, Deckstore, 864-963-3325, or go to the website, Deckstore, SC as in South Carolina.com.